Sup everyone, today we're going to be talking about a topic that's near and close to my heart, honestly, and I know a lot of you guys probably don't care about this as much as others will, but however, I would like you to understand that Genshin has the success that it has today thanks to its community. Now, that ranges from the free-to-play to the whales, to the cosplayers, to the content creators online on YouTube, to the streamers, to the VTubers. Everybody collectively made the game what it is today. However, honestly, the road to get here has not been easy for a lot of people, and we've lost some great people along the way, digitally, of course. But I want to really talk about a phenomenon in Genshin that really has plagued the community since day one and has never really seen a fix to it, nor has there been any change of heart for people when it comes to this subject matter. So we'll talk more about that right after the sponsor. This video is sponsored by U7Buy. Use the link in the description below to come and get a slight discount off of your Primo Gem purchases, as well as the Welcome Moon. Thank you for always supporting the channel content, and now let's get back to the video. Well, the reason I'm making this video today is because yes, 1010 has officially announced that he's going to quit Genshin Impact, and I know that may come as to some people as a good thing, right? Honestly, I don't think content creators quitting the space is ever a good thing. If you guys don't believe that there's no such thing as bad press, I respect your decision, but I honestly think that no matter what kind of content creator somebody is, as long as they're dedicating time and effort to putting out content for Genshin Impact, it's actually doing overall good for the game. You yourself may not like 1010, somebody else might really love him, and the fact that somebody else wakes up, watches video every single day, and then can feel a sense of empowerment or a sense of excitement to come and play the game, that does wonders for the longevity of Genshin Impact. We've lost plenty of content creators along the way: Zeals, Damone, now 1010, amongst others, much smaller creators as well. I'm not going to sit here and give you an entire list of all their names because that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to say that every time somebody departs from the Genshin content creator space, we kind of talk about it like, oh, you know, it's so sad, but I really hated that guy anyways, like I really don't think that he was doing any good for the community. And we have this mentality that the game and the content creators who make content for this game has nothing really to do with each other, that Genshin would have had this level of success regardless of people were playing and promoting it and making content for it otherwise, right? Nowadays, if you see, most of the people who are still making content for the game, who have, you know, a large number of subscribers, are doing it almost full time. Like there's very few part-time like doing it out of interest. It's people who are pulling in millions of views per month and are making thousands of dollars, right? Even tens of thousands of dollars. It's an actual legitimate income for them. Mtash has said this over and over again. It doesn't matter if you like the guy or not. The guy is transparent. He's telling you, yes, I don't enjoy Genshin Impact as much. However, I'm not gonna quit because this is my job. I make content for a living, and I can't just quit because I need to feed my family. Just like, why don't you quit your dead-end job as a cashier, as a call agent, as a taxi driver? There are reasons, right? It's because you need the money to support your family. It's the same thing. People now look at content creator with the lens saying like, oh, if you don't like the game, just quit. And you do realize a lot of content creators are also doing that, right? The big ones cannot, because this is their way of life now. Genshin is their life. But for people like 1010 who have said that, you know, Genshin is only a part of my life and I used to enjoy it. I used to enjoy playing it. I used to enjoy making content for it. But nowadays, not so much, right? I don't enjoy making content for it, and I don't even enjoy playing it. So obviously, it's not going to be really worth it, right? Because that's only a part of his life. The income that it's bringing is not equivalent to the amount of pain and suffering that it's bringing, if that makes sense. And a lot of people don't want to admit this because they're in the honeymoon phase of Genshin Impact. I guarantee you, the people who are like grinding through Genshin still, almost 3 years in, still haven't quit, the vast majority of you guys, especially online consuming content, are okay with the state of the game, right? You will never really get to hear the voices of people who just quit silently, because that's the whole point of quitting silently. A lot of people on Reddit will also attack people who says anything negative. It's like, oh, if you don't like the game, just quit, right? Like nobody asked for your opinion. But that's how games slowly become this like tight-knit community of people that are by the couple hundreds, and then they like kind of have this elitist attitude towards everything, be like, oh, like we're like the vanguards of this place, and then you kind of gatekeep everybody from sharing opinions, from asking rudimentary questions. The game has matured to a state where like, you know, just go look up a guide, go look at this, and blah blah blah. Genshin is speed running itself into a position where newer players are not gonna find that same spark of joy that we had figuring everything out. That era has long since perished. A new player coming into the game right now is gonna get told, build Dendro, build Hyperbloom, and just crush the game. No amount of experimentation, no amount of like watching content creators suffer as a meme, being like, oh my god, like figuring things out, play testing things, none of that. Ziox is gonna make a video every time a new character drops. People are gonna watch it and then they're gonna figure it out. When they get stuck in puzzles, they're gonna go watch some puzzle YouTube guide. When they are too lazy to play the story, they're gonna go watch a lore channel. And the problem that I'm talking about really is that Genshin Impact has been thoroughly figured out and turned straight into a business. It used to be people in their college dorm rooms or people who on their spare time were just talking about the game, trying to figure things out. But once the money came in, once they saw what was capable of generating them, they started finding out formulas to take advantage of the algorithm, to make videos and types of videos, categories to kind of pull in more views. Now, am I the same? Kind of, because like Tenten, this is not my life. Okay, a lot of people don't understand that I make YouTube videos as a side thing. I enjoy sitting here talking to the camera for maybe like 30 minutes, recording a video and then editing that, posting it online and see what other people think of my opinion. It's kind of like sitting in a room, but with tens of thousands of people, and everybody kind of gets to have a conversation, gets their turn, and I get to sift through all the comments and see what people are thinking. It's very satisfying for me. For me, the point has never been about Genshin, Honkai, whatever. It's always been about having a conversation. I never really want to gun after the tens or hundreds of thousands of views because I would not be able to have a proper conversation with 100,000 people. The way I cultivated my channel is to have a tight-knit group of people whose opinions I value and who values my opinions. I may be wrong, they'll tell me when I'm wrong, and I may think they're wrong, and I'll tell them when they're wrong, right? So here on my channel, I run things a little differently, but for the vast majority of Genshin content creators, the ones who do this for fun as a side thing have long since quit. Even the ones who were making good money. Zeal's Ambitions, Damone Kim, they were making, like, I'm just gonna say probably tens of thousands of dollars per month doing Genshin content. And that's why I give them a lot of credit when they quit, because they're really the ones who said, you know what, I'm not having fun anymore, screw the money, I'm out, right? A lot of respect goes towards those people, and I do think a lot of the other content creators stuck around longer not because they think there was more money to be made, but the vast majority of them just found it more enjoyable and fun until it wasn't anymore. Just like for Tenten, maybe one day for me it's also not going to be fun talking about Genshin Impact because mostly the community is extremely toxic. People have their point of view and they don't want to discuss it, they don't want to challenge that in any way, shape or form, and ultimately it's like an echo chamber. People find their own communities that echoes what they think and they stay there and attack anybody else as a group when they don't think exactly the same thing. I don't have a problem with that, but I don't want that in my community. I constantly tell you guys, challenge what I say, tell me when I'm wrong or when you think I'm wrong, and we can have a conversation. As long as you do it respectfully. Don't start a conversation by saying you're a dumbass, right? Be like, hey Walrus, what you said here, I don't think that's quite right, and here's my reasoning, right? And I think we can have a great conversation. And in Genshin Impact, I just don't think this type of way of communicating works out very well. Now, I do wish Tenten all the best. I have consumed some of its content way back in the day. However, as the game started to get more lax and chilled and things started getting worked out, I really haven't had a need to look at any meta videos, any guide videos. The game actually encourages you to figure things out on your own. It's just most people have gotten accustomed to looking things up because they don't have the time and energy to go through things by themselves. Again, Genshin is a game designed for busy people with a sizable wallet. So of course it's going to not want to take up as much of your time as possible and give just enough reason to log on every single day. Finally, I want to end with the fact that I used to make videos right here in Mondstadt on this bench. I had Zhongli sit here, I had Kaching sit here, I had a bunch of other characters sitting here, and I'm just reminiscing back to those times when I honestly had no idea what was going on. I'm a person who likes to figure things out on my own, and I was saying a bunch of stuff. It's on my channel, you can watch it. I know I have like at this point 1,000 something Genshin Impact videos, and not all of them are bangers, but I've really enjoyed the day-to-day of me making a video, and the fact that now I can go back and look at those videos and see myself talking and just spouting some of the most outrageous comments. It's a lot of fun, and I'm going to continue doing that as long as people are willing to have a conversation. So if you want to have a conversation, let's get started down in the comment section below. Until next time, urge you to stay safe. Peace, peace. Bye-bye.